Hey guys, Dash here for the second video for the Winter Warrior. In this video, I wanted to go over a sleigh bale skirmish as well as a couple techniques for matching. So with that, let me show you a couple screenshots I took. Here's a great example of a 4-pair match. This would be a typical 5-pair match that most people would be more likely drawn to. But these next two are some that you got to kind of make sure you keep it in your eye. This one's more of an L that you're going to complete sliding in for the corner piece. And the last one is kind of like a cross that you're going to slide in to complete the T. You'll be receiving a red, even though it's described as white, but a red firework for this pair. So with that, let's get into the actual round in Sleigh Bale Skirmish. Currently have this enemy up. At the beginning of your match, the goal for it is to get as much damage as possible for two reasons. You want to basically be able to save as many chocolate pieces as you can, but at the same time, you want to hit that 30,000 reward level. So start out with full 20% buffs. You're then gonna now go in through challenge. Starting at the match, this is one of the easier ones, obviously, in comparison to Krampus. As you begin your round, there's a couple ways you could start. If you don't have any great matches for your yellow fortune, the wreaths, or directly what you're ultimately trying to achieve is your glacial globe skill, which you'll be able to nerf the attack from the enemy, prolonging the actual match. So what we'll do is we will try to see if we can collect a couple fireworks, as well as see if we can use some of our matching. The gold snowflake will allow you to place a firework twice in a round. See if we can get a little closer to using one of our skills. Worst case scenario, in the event that we don't, that is also okay. We will make do. So the next positioning will basically put us at getting hit. We have one opportunity, and it's placing a firework and then using a silver snowflake to blow it up. That now gave us our fortune skill, so we'll use that, and with that we will be able to probably clear the board with one last almost there. We need one more. So ultimately, if you can, you want to try to save these as long as you can, but to start out the round really well, it's nice to always nerf the first attack. Following that, we're going to take the hit with that last position, and now we have a military skill that's going to basically increase all our attack as well as our all around. You're going to want to save that provision heal for when you are within that percentage it's going to fill. So I'm fortunate enough that it fills roughly about 7,000 to 8,000 HP. That's based off of your provision hero. You're going to want to make sure that you're kind of aware of how much it heals you, so you can use it appropriately and not waste it. Okay, I'll probably go one more hit before I use it. You want to continue to try to collect the blue ornaments. Unfortunately, I do have a 5 5-star match or 5-item match, but it is for the provision mistletoe. So because I have the skill that's activated, I'm not able to actually collect on them, unfortunately. So I can now utilize that provision skill, heal up my heroes. So this would be a perfect example of when you'd want to try and save those snowflake skills, so that way you can activate your glacial globe. I would have been able to destroy this match and skip that attack. So now I'll need to wait for this next attack. So looking right here, I'm at 5 positions or 5 moves on the countdown, and once it gets down to 1, I'll activate that. But every now and then you have a round that begins, and unfortunately you already have enough, and sometimes you're unfortunate and you're going to need to utilize those snowflake limited options. One thing that I missed right there is my military skill was activated. You're going to want to do that before any of the others, because all of those items that are exploded when you click will be basically buffed from that military skill. Like I said, your main goal is surviving as long as you can to hit that higher damage amount. So noticing when you're down below the next hit, now you're going to want to switch off from going after the blue ornaments, whereas I've been passively trying to collect mistletoe. Now you would be more likely trying to actively hit your provision healing. Now I've been able to activate that heal, and I'll be able to last just a little bit longer. Again, now being able to hit that inspiration skill, I'll be able to continue to rack up the damage. This will ultimately save me more chocolate, because once I hit that 30,000 reward level, I'll try to down the beast. That's something I would recommend, as well, as you're going to be sitting at about 30,000 for 2 pieces of chocolate for fast attack, and that fast attack would be a net of about 15,000 Yuletide tokens per piece of chocolate. That's probably the most efficient usage of chocolate that you could do. and I was able to actually hit the heel again. It's always important to maintain kind of an idea of what your skills are at. Obviously, I have the Golden Garland, the Fortune skill, and the Blue Ornament, the Glacial Globe skill that I have the best chance of being able to activate. Again, always passively trying to collect mistletoe, but be aware, obviously, when you have that skill activated and ready, you're going to want to switch off and only make those moves in the event that it's for a five item match. Just in time. Now I have the Fortune skill. It's going to help close out more mistletoe. If you see a match like this where you can get 5 mistletoe, it can be helpful to just go ahead and make that match, since you're going to clear the board anyways. Always try to use your skills while your military skill is activated. The gift wrapped, because it's going to buff up all your attack power. With the bigger enemies like Krampus, this is obviously much more difficult to do to continue to survive. And this video would be a lot shorter for you. So in this event, here's a good example. I'm out of the silver snowflake, but I would like to activate that firework without burning a turn. So either way, I'll have to just roll with the punches. I'm getting down to final hits, but being able to still activate the 2 main survival skills that I would say, which is the Hanging Blessing for healing and the Glacial Globe. So that's a good example. When I went to tap it to show you, I activated it 1 round too early, so I received the full blunt of the attack. You want to make sure that that counter is at 2 or lower. This should activate my healing skill. So there is somewhat of a balance here. If you are strong enough to continue to survive and keep attacking and attacking, one downside to that is if you have a bunch of chocolate, you're going to want to make sure that you at some point lose, so that way the full HP of the monster can be utilized for your spending of chocolate. And I'll give you an example here, and I will stop activating any of these additional skills so this video doesn't turn out to a 25-minute video. At this point, it shouldn't matter, because even if I hit this, it'll still kill me. But I'll show you. One thing I will say I'll leave you with is, if you are down to that final hit and the counter is at 1, and you know that you can get enough mistletoe to activate that healing skill, you can make the match, and prior to the attack landing, right after it's sent out from the enemy, you can quick tap that healing skill, and it should heal in time for you to actually to receive the damage. So as you can see here, I did 16.8 million. That's not going to happen if you're fighting Krampus, but you're going to want to make sure that you check this. If you accidentally hit that challenge, it might accidentally send you into another match, and you'll lose that high amount of damage that you did. So once you click fast clear, you can then burn through. This is helpful. You can just skip this, clear that, and as you can see now, I'm netting about 15,000 per chocolate. And you can down the enemy and wait for the next one. Collect your extra rewards. And that's some of the technique. Sorry it landed such a long video, but apparently the Ice Sprite is obviously not as strong as a lot of the other enemies. So thank you for watching. I hope you gained a little bit of some helpful technique, and hope to see you in the next one.